So Sabrina Ionescu's back injury is probably worse than we thought. Like, she is out for a non-insignificant amount of time. Like, she is still out. She is still out with a back injury. And the New York Liberty are obviously they have to play some games. Are they playing the Mercury again? I'm sure you're not playing tonight. They're playing the Mercury tomorrow. And the fact is, Sabrina's been ruled out a day early. And she has played one half of basketball. Like, realistically, one half of basketball she has played since coming back. And I know she played the second half. She was completely garbage. She has played one half where she looked the same. One half where she didn't where she didn't look right. And we're now at a stage where she's hurt. Satu's off the injury report. But again, like, the hope is, if you are Liberty, that Satu Sabally basically has, like, realistically, Satu has to be in shape by September. Because Satu's not going to be in shape anytime soon. Like, that's just not how, the body works. Like, Satu's in terms of life, she's not out of shape, but in terms of playing sport at the highest level, yeah. Yeah, she absolutely, like, she needs to, like, her conditioning, she needs to improve it for a while. I think they brought her back too early. Realistically, I'm pretty sure they brought her back too early. I think their season wasn't going quite the way they hoped, and I reckon they thought, okay, it's fine. We're going to be able to bring her back. We're going to be able to rest her and give her some time, and then the season didn't go well, and they're like, oh, we do need to bring her back a little bit earlier than we thought. But still, like, no Satu Zapplin injury report. She's lifted out on Friday. She's out with back soreness. Like, that's just not good. It's just not good at all if you are the Liberty, because I like Astier, but, like, your current backup point guard is Rebecca Gardner, and doing a fine job, by the way. But, like, I don't see them beating the Mercury again. And, like, the Liberty, especially with the way teams are going, like, to make the playoffs, you have to hover around 500. Like, with 15 teams in the league, it's not 8 out of 12 anymore. It's not 8 out of 12 teams where you can be 15 and 25 and make the playoffs, like the Atlanta Dream did a couple of years ago. But if you're looking at who they're playing the tempo, the fever. At least they have a bit of a weak break. But if this back injury is bad, like, if they don't come out of this Sun, Dream, Mystics, Tempo, Fever, Mercury, if they don't come out of this group of games above 500, like, it's not going to be the easiest thing in the world to stay above 500 on the year. It's not. I wish it was. I wish I could say, oh yeah, they're definitely going to be way above 500. But I'm like, we were judging this team by, for lack of a better way of saying it, a not washed, like, having a not washed, Jonquel. And I get it, Jonquel has shown flashes. Jonquel has shown flashes. I understand that. But, big but, she's very much on the edge of being washed. And then you have Sabrina, who is entering her prime. Satu, who seems to be out of her prime. Like, the injuries are catching up. And that's just unfortunate. But there have been a lot of injuries when it comes to Satu Sabally. So the injuries are starting to catch up, and she might be on the tail end of her career. And it's just a tough old situation when it comes down to it for the New York Liberty, who most people thought were making it almost unfair. We're almost making it unfair in the league that they somehow got an all-star starter at that for pennies on the dollar. But it's like, you're now looking at the team, and it's a team that is heavily reliant on 2 minimum contract players. Like, there's no team in the WNBA that's more reliant on minimum contract. They need Marie Johannes. They need Pauline Astier. I don't know what happened with Raquel Carrera. Like, I don't know why they brought in Raquel Carrera if they weren't going to play her. Like, she was an asset. They could have got something for her. Like, they could have traded her for a second round pick, or traded her for something and traded her for a future asset and given her roster spot to Annalie Maley, given her to Phoenix, but she would have probably fucking started for Phoenix. Go give her to Phoenix and take back Clara Holmes, so you're just giving her away for an asset. Like, I don't know. When it's all said and done, I am quite confused when it comes down to what's happening when it comes with the Liberty, and I don't know how good a coach Chris DeMarco is. I think this might have been. It's always when you take an assistant coach or a player development coach, it's always a luck-based thing. Like, Natalie Nakase and Tyler Marsh were both assistants on the same team. They were both assistants for the exact same Las Vegas Aces team, who were a dynasty. Nakase is 100 times better coach than Tyler Marsh. But they were both seen. The coach that was deemed to be the more promising of those two was Tyler Marsh. Why? Because Tyler Marsh was seen as the guru. He was seen as the development coach that turned Jackie Young into a star. He was seen as this coach that was going to develop players, but it's a big difference between being a development coach, and a head coach. And there's some people that are much better head coach than they are assistants. And that might not have been the most highly regarded assistant coach, but if you give them a head coach job, they're fantastic. But DeMarco, the jury's out on DeMarco. The jury's absolutely out on DeMarco. But yeah, losing Sabrina, it makes things extremely tough. Like, again, I like Pauline Astier. I think she's a fantastic backup. I think she is an absolutely fantastic backup player. And I think in general, that she is she's someone that can hold it down short term as a starting point guard, but you don't want her. It's a little bit like Odyssey Sims. Odyssey Sims can hold it down as a short term starting point guard. You don't want Odyssey Sims your point guard. Like, it's been a long time since Odyssey Sims has been a starting point guard to start a season on a team that's been a playoff team. It's been a long time. But Odyssey Sims was a hardship, steady to ship type player. But yeah, that is this is overall just a interesting situation and just not a good one. Not a good one if you are a New York Liberty fan, that one of your best players is that one of your best players is out for, again, a non-insignificant amount of time. Like, she's probably going to miss at least one more game after tonight or after tomorrow. And if she doesn't miss tomorrow, she's played one of 8 and looked healthy for a half of 8 games, which isn't good.